So I recently came across this very heartbreaking story of an immigrant mom who lost her child and has been jailed for 3 years. This story is so heartbreaking, and reading it, it felt like I was watching a movie. I can't believe that it's someone's real life story, and it happened just this year in England. And this story resonates with me, I think, because one, I'm a mom, and two, I'm an immigrant. And so the story is that this immigrant mom, who happens to be an African and a nurse, on that fateful day left a 10-month-old baby home alone and went to work. Then she returned after around 8 hours to meet the child unresponsive. She called the emergency and they came trying to resuscitate the child, but this baby didn't respond. The baby was gone. May his soul rest in peace. I mean, if I had heard this story and I wasn't in England, I would judge this woman so harshly, and I would be like, why would she do that? She deserves the harshest of all punishments. But being here and knowing the system makes me think critically about this story. It's really so difficult, especially from the story shows that this lady is a single mom and having to cater for everything from your bills to your rent and everything alone, plus a baby, wouldn't be an easy task. And I know firsthand the sacrifices I've had to make as a mom to stay at home and take care of the kids whilst my partner goes to work. And it's not even easy to survive on one person's income here. But then, for your children to be safe and healthy is one of the things that should be on your top priority list above all others. And so you should know which one to prioritize above what. So it's not easy to be a single mom here in the UK. And so no one knows why she did what she did, because from the story it shows that there are times that she takes this child to a childminder, what we call the babysitter. So why didn't she take the child to the babysitter on this day? Could it be that she was broke? She didn't have money to pay? What is the reason? And also, she's, let's say, a new mom. All the emotional, psychological stress and frustrations that come after childbirth could also be a factor. No one knows what she was going through after having the baby. And so I'm not excusing what she did. Leaving a 10-month-old baby alone for long hours is plainly wrong, and it's straightforward wrong, because the child basically depends on you for everything, and a 10-month-old baby is supposed to be eating so regularly. So for 8 hours the baby didn't eat, the baby didn't drink water, the baby didn't have change of nappies. But you wouldn't also excuse the fact that maybe this lady was struggling, and the support system for immigrants, it's so low because one, you're not in your home country, so you do not have your support system with you. Your siblings, your mom, or even usually in African countries, that the children are raised, or a child is raised by the community, your neighbors around and all that. So you do not really have that here. And so it's just like you. And if you do not have your partner or someone like that to help, you are just alone. And everything, you have to do everything on your own. So before you even decide or make that decision to move from your home country to England or to the UK as a single parent, you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan in place, because if you do not have a plan in place, desperation could surprise you as to what you can do. I'm sure, or I think that this lady never thought in her wildest dreams that she would be able to leave her baby alone and then go to work. But it happened. Was she desperate because she needed to get some money? What happened? So it's a sudden death, and the police launched an investigation. And so when she was questioned, she said that she took the baby to the childminder, and then after work she went for the baby. They came home and slept, and then upon waking up she finds that the baby is not responding. And then further investigations, the police realized that she texted the childminder to cover up for her, to tell them that the baby was with her, and then the mom came for the baby later on. But the childminder told the police what it was, that it's been a while she's seen the baby. And then they also found out through the CCTV in the neighborhood that she left the house somewhere around 6:30 a.m. without the child, and returned somewhere around 3:30 without the child. So from that period, where was the child? If you left home alone and you came back alone, where was the child? She was arraigned before court, and then she was waiting for her sentencing, and then she decided to run away, if I put it right here, to go back to her home country. Then she was arrested at the airport, because you have a case, you are waiting for sentencing, and you are traveling, it means you are running away. And so all this made her case worse, and then she was sentenced to 3 years. I mean, this is something you wouldn't wish on anyone, even on your worst enemy. The guilt of losing your child, and you would blame yourself, because if you were there, this wouldn't have happened. Or if you hadn't left your child alone, this wouldn't have happened. What if I was there? The what ifs and all that will play in your mind. That guilt alone is punishment enough. And here you are with that guilt plus jail time. If you have children, you know that all this struggle that you try to make life better mostly is to make your children's lives better. But if you are not there, how would you make their lives better? And so even parents that are there together but chasing the money here and there and leaving kids alone, maybe you've done it severally and nothing has happened, but you don't know when something can happen. So you should be very careful. You should be very careful. It's very risky, because in this country you are not allowed to leave a child alone. A child who is under 16, you're not allowed to leave that child alone. So what if in her area she had a friend, or she had someone that she was like on this thing with, that she could have gone to leave the baby with? Somehow we know that when you come here, it's like everybody's minding their business. But somehow I think it's better to scout around and then approach someone, even if it's another immigrant or something, and make friends, so that one day if you are in need of that help, you can go and ask. Even if the person snubs you or doesn't, at least you tried. So that there are these kind of drastic actions wouldn't even come to your mind. It's so sad, and I don't wish this happens to anyone else. Let's all be careful, and let's all stay very alert, because they said if you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. Where you are coming from, your home country might be different from here, but you are here now, so you have to go according to the laws of this country and the rules. So let's all stay safe. And if you have more tips on how we could keep ourselves, our families and children safe, leave it in the comments so that we can read and learn and get to know and help each other out. It's so unfortunate what happened to this family, and I pray that this little baby's soul rest in peace. and the mom is able to forgive herself and come out not so beat down, it's possible that even when she comes out, she will not be allowed to stay in the country, or she might be deported, because usually that's the case. And then it's like she's lost everything. So before you come to the UK or move to the UK with your child or your children, you should have a plan, because it's not easy raising kids here. Parents are held to the highest of standards when it comes to kids, because children are seen as very vulnerable, and so the law is always on their side. Well, thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.